All right, I'm here with John, who is also waiting to see Barack Obama.
Yes.
Can you briefly tell me why you're supporting him?
Alright, I think universal health care is a great idea. I would like to see that in our country. He's going to lower tuition for college students, and he's going to increase the grant Pell, or the Pell Grant, so students can get more money for college. Let's see, and line's moving. And he's going to have women the right to choose whether they want to have an abortion or not. Not going to take away that right of them. So definitely support that.
I could sleep. I could sleep. I could sleep. I could sleep. When I lived alone, is there a ghost in my house?
I am going to work as hard as I can to assure, and with your help and 6 days to go, to assure that the great state of Arizona is in the win column for Barack Obama.
I know people felt my father was a new kind of leader, and that is the same kind of thing we're hearing today with Barack Obama. To imagine that together we can do great things, and those things will be in service of our ideals of justice and freedom and civil rights and economic opportunity. So I hope on Tuesday you're all going to get all your friends and get out there and vote for the candidate who stands today with Barack Obama.
That now is the time, and this is the moment when we have the opportunity to elect Barack Obama to be the next.
For almost a year now. On February 10th of last year, I stood on the steps of the old state capitol in Springfield, Illinois, the building where Abraham Lincoln served most of his years in politics before he left for the White House, the city where I served before I went to the United States Senate. And I announced in frigid weather that I would be embarking on this unlikely journey to change America. Now, I have to tell you that, some people ask me, why are you running this time? You're a relatively young man. Why not wait? And I had to explain, I'm not running to fulfill some long-held ambitions. I know that people have been going through my kindergarten papers, but that's not why I decided to run. I'm not running because I think it's my turn or because I think it's somehow owed to me. I am running because of what Dr. King called the fierce urgency of now. The fierce urgency of now. Because I believe there's such a thing as being too late. That hour is almost upon us. We are in a defining moment in our history. Our nation is at war. Our planet is in peril. The dream that so many generations fought for feels like it's slowly slipping away. You see it in your own lives, in your own communities, in your own families. People are working harder just to get by. People are fearful of losing their homes because of predatory lending practices. People are worried about losing their jobs because of a softening economy. People have never paid more for college, never paid more for gas at the pump. Our healthcare system is broken. Our schools, despite the slogans, leave millions of children behind, unable to compete in a global economy. and unengaged in our democracy. In such an environment, we cannot afford to wait. We can't wait to fix a broken healthcare system. We cannot wait to fix our schools. We cannot wait to end global warming. We cannot wait to bring this war in Iraq to a close. We cannot wait. We cannot wait. We cannot wait, and so I decided to run, recognizing that the size of our challenges had outstripped the capacity of a broken and divided politics to solve. I was betting that the American people were hungry for something new, that they wanted a politics that was based on our common values and our common ideals, a politics that wasn't about tearing each other down, but lifting the country up. Politics that wasn't about spin and PR, but was about being honest with the American people. Politics based not on ideology, but practicality and common sense in solving problems. In other words, I was betting on you. I was betting on the American people because I believe that change in America does not happen from the top down, it happens from the bottom up. I know this because I've been in conversations with you. You've told me your stories. And all too often they've been stories of struggle and stories of hardship. All across this country I've met workers who, after 20, 30 years of putting their heart and soul into a company, making profits for shareholders, suddenly they have the jobs shipped overseas, and they're left without a job, without health care, without a pension, trying to figure out how they're going to survive on a $7 an hour job at the local fast food joint. All across America, I meet retirees who've seen their former companies go through bankruptcy, dump their pensions, even as the CEO of the company gets a golden parachute or bonuses for him or herself. All across this country, I meet teachers who are working. I meet teachers who are working second jobs because that's the only way they can make ends meet. And those same teachers digging into their own pockets to buy school supplies that should have been provided by the school. And values. If you are ready for change, then we can stop talking about the outrage of 47 million people without health insurance and start doing something about it. This is personal for me. This is personal for me. My mother died of cancer when she was 53 years old. And that was tragic enough. She never saw her grandchildren. But what made it worse was watching her on her hospital bed reading insurance forms because she had just gotten a new job. And the insurance company was saying, maybe there's a pre-existing condition, we don't have to pay for your medical care. I know what it's like to see a loved one suffer, not just because they're sick, but because of a broken healthcare system. It is wrong. And that is why I've said, I'm going to put forward a plan. I will put forward a plan that says everybody in America will have access to healthcare that is at least as good as the healthcare I have as a member of Congress. And if you don't have health care, you can buy into a government plan, and we will subsidize you, and you can't be excluded from pre-existing. Together,